Welcome to the second part of this IO tutorial. In the previous class, we have discussed about like in this IO package, the classes which are available are of two types. The first are the byte-based classes and the second are the character-based classes. As we have already seen in this particular class diagrams where the class hierarchy is given, there are two types of classes. The first class are the reader classes and the second type of classes are the byte-based classes. Now what do you mean by the byte-based streams and the character-based streams? If you want to read a file, then there are two options. You can always read the file in the byte-based fashion, or you can read the file in the character-based fashion. Now, when you are reading the file in the byte-based fashion, every character of a file, every character means every alphabet of a file will be saved into 8-bit. For example, this is the file which you want to read. So the first character will be T. This will saved into the 8-bit. The second character, then the second character will be read and that will be saved into again 8-bit. This R will be saved in 8-bit. Now when you are using this character-based stream and you are reading the file using character-based stream, so first this character will be read T. Now this T will be saved into 16 bits. Then H will be read. This will be saved into 16 bit. Then this R, then E, then this E. All of these characters will be saved into 16 bits. In both type of stream, you can safely and easily read the file. You can either use byte-based stream or you can use character-based stream. If your file is reading the file which is in English language. But if you want to internationalize your program, for example, if you design a program for reading a file and you have claimed that your program can read the file written in any of the language like Portuguese, German, French, Chinese or Russian, then you have to use character-based stream. Why? Because some of the languages like Russian and the Chinese languages are having more than 30,000 alphabets, and those 30,000 alphabets cannot be accommodated into 8-bit, because if you are using or if you are saving one character, take an example of this S, in 8-bit, then you can only save up to 256 characters, different characters. That it means that language should be having the typable characters not more than 256. But if a language is having more than 256 alphabets, then you have to use character-based streams, because character-based stream will support the languages which are having up to approximately 65,000 characters. So this is the basic difference between the byte-based streams and the character-based streams. So all the subclasses which are the subclass of input stream or the stream which are the subclasses of output stream are the byte-based stream. For example, these classes are byte-based and these classes are character-based. And same, the two classes are also here. First is reader and second is writer. So if you want to do the character-based reading, then you have to use any of these subclasses of class reader. If you write onto some source like file or the network in character-based means each and every alphabet will be first saved into 16-bit, then to be finally written on the destination. Then you have to use any of these subclasses of the writer class. It means if input stream is a byte-based stream which is capable of reading the input, the reader is a character-based stream which is capable of reading the input. If output stream is a byte-based stream for writing the output, then this writer is a character based stream for writing the output. Now suppose you want to read some file byte based, then you have to use the class byte based input stream. Now if you want to read the file character based, then you have to use file reader. All the subsequent parts are available here. For example, this is for reading the file, and if you want to write into some file, then you have to use file output stream, and this will be do byte based writing. And if you want to use character based writing, then this is the class file writer. Now what is the difference between these two, file output stream and file writer? File output stream is limited for some of the languages only, because each and every character is saved into 8 bits before writing, and this will be the internationalized type of program. It means it can write onto the file which is written on any of the human spoken languages. So there are the two types of stream, input byte based stream and the character based streams, and these are the subclasses. These are the superclasses. Like input stream is the superclass of all the byte based input stream. Output stream is the superclass of all the byte based output streams, and reader is the superclass of all the character based reader stream, and writer is the superclass of all the character based writing streams. Now all of these superclasses like input stream, output stream, reader and writer, these superclasses are all the abstract classes. Abstract in the sense, this input stream is having one method, that is read method, which is declared as the abstract method in the input stream. Same as the case with the output stream, this output stream is having one write method which is declared as the abstract method. Now reader stream, now in the reader stream there is again one read method which is declared as the abstract method, and the writer stream there is one method that is known as write method which is declared as abstract method in the writer stream. But all of these implementations, like in the input stream there is one read method which is declared an abstract, all of these implementations of this class or all of these subclasses has overridden that particular read method. Now these classes are the general classes which you can use in our program. So you can instantiate all of these classes because these classes are not the abstract classes. Now if we have a look of this particular program, in this program I have import one IO package. What exactly I want to do in this program, I want to display the contents of the file d.java which resides in the same directory as of this program. For that, because I want to read the file and the classes for reading the file are available in the IO package. So first I have imported the IO package. Then I have created one class D. This is the opening body of the class and this is the closing body of the class. Then I have declared one main method. This is the opening body of the main method and this is the closing body of the main this is the closing body of the main method. This is the closing body of the class. Now if you want to read a file, then you have to create the object of class FileInputStream. So I have created the object of class FileInputStream. The name of the object is FIS. Then the FileInputStream. Now in the constructor of FileInputStream, I can pass the string that denotes the name of the file. As you can also see the API of the IO package, these are all the classes which are defined in the IO package. Now if we go to the class FileInputStream, now this is the class FileInputStream. Now in the class FileInputStream, you can see the superclass, direct superclass of FileInputStream is InputStream. Now if you want to see the constructors of the FileInputStream, it will take one object of the file class as a parameter, or it will take one file descriptor as a parameter. In the later video session we will also see about these two constructors. Or the third type of constructor is this, which is taking one string as a parameter, and that string can be either the name of the file or the relative URL of the file along with the file name, or the absolute URL of the file also with the file name. मतलब absolute URL with the file name, relative URL with the file name. So here in our program I have given directly the file name which is present in the same directory as the directory in this program is saved. Now whenever we open some file for reading with the help of file input stream, now what happens exactly? A cursor will be initialized which will point to the very first character of this particular file. For example, we want to print the contents of this particular file, and I have opened this file with the help of file input stream. So the one cursor will be initialized on this particular character. Now there is one method read which is available in the file input stream. Now if I call read method, then that particular read method will return t in the form of integer. Because it is always possible to read the file either byte based or character based. If you are reading the file byte based, it will be saved in 8 bit. If you are reading the file character based, it will be saved in 16 bits. So the return type of read method is always integer, because integer is of 32 bit. It can accommodate both the bytes and both the characters. So you can cast that particular integer into character, which is the data type of the Java language. So when you call the read method, this t will be returned in the form of integer, and the cursor will move to the next character. When you again call the read method, h will be returned in the form of integer, and the cursor will be moved to the third character. Now as many as characters are there, you have to call the read method that many times. On the last character, this read method, after returning the last character, this read method will now read the end of the file. Now in the end of the file, this read method will return -1, because it is the return type of read method is integer, and -1 indicates the end of the file. So what I have done here, I have created one while loop, and in this while loop, this FIS is the object of class file input stream. I have called the read method in the while loop, and whatever the character is returned, or whatever the integer is returned with the read method, I have saved that integer into the variable content. Now I am comparing that this, if the content is not equal to -1, it means I have not reached to the end of the file. Now in the output, I am typecasting this particular content with the help of character, because I want to display the character, not the integer, onto the screen. So this program will display the contents of the file d.java onto the console. Now I have also used the try and catch block here, because this read method will always throw one exception which is known as IO exception, and this is a checked exception. It means it is the responsibility of a programmer to either call this read method in the try catch block or mention here with the help of throws keyword. Now when I will compile this program, then this program will display the contents of the file on the console. Now I am moving to this particular directory. Now the name of the program is d.java. Now when I compile this file d.java, the program is compiled. Now the program is compiled. Now when I run this program, the contents of the file d.java will display on the console. Now I press the enter key and you can see here the contents of the file d.java has been displayed on the console. It is very convenient to use the classes which are defined in the IO package. You should have a habit to play with the classes because these classes provides very funny and very classic behaviors also. It means if you want to copy the data from one file to another file, if you want to generate the contents of the file over to the network, if you want to save the status of your program, each and everything you can think of, and the classes and the suitable classes are there to help you out. Okay, rest like file writer and the copy the contents from the one file to the another file, these topics we will cover in our later video session, and that later video session can be viewed with the title like this, IO part 3. Good day.